Hello friends, in this video we will discuss the isometric view of hexagonal base prism and pyramid having base edge 40 and height 30. So in case of hexagon 6 number of edges will be there. So all the edges are 40 mm and height is 30 mm. So we'll draw the isometric view of two objects, one prism and one pyramid. So let's start to draw now. So the very first step, we have to draw the two isometric lines here. This is the reference line. Just take a pole point. Here the very first step is to measure the 30-degree angle. This is 0, 10, 20 and 30. 30 degree this side and similarly 30 degree this side. 0, 10, 20 and 30. Measure this angle very carefully. Now we have to draw two isometric lines here. This line should be a thin line. Once the object is confirmed, then we'll convert these lines in thick line. So now these are the two lines at the angle of 30 degree. Now the question is, what should be the dimension of this line? If this is length, this will be the width. So what should be the dimension here? So that we can enclose the hexagon here. So it's a big challenge here. So to find out the dimension, to find out these two dimensions, first we have to draw the 2D view of hexagon. Let's draw 2D or top view of hexagon. Hexagonal prism or pyramid. Simply we'll draw the top view first. So one very simple method is there to draw the hexagon. Here the base edge is 40 mm. So just take the compass of 40 mm. Yes, this is 40 mm now. So let's draw one circle. This circle should be a thin line. Now draw the horizontal line at the center. You have one more method to draw the hexagon, that is by using protractor. Now by using the same compass 40 mm, same 40 mm, from this intersection, take one arc upside, one downside. Similarly from here, 40 upside and 40 downside. Now you can join these all the points. So here we'll get the regular hexagon now. This will be a regular hexagon. So now this is a regular hexagon of 40 mm. Remaining part we can remove here. You can just remove this circle because circle is not required here. So I hope this hexagon part is clear. Now the next step, we will enclose this hexagon into a boundary. So be very careful here. Here you have to draw the horizontal and vertical lines. This line is now vertical. Here you have to draw the horizontal line. Simply we will enclose this hexagon into a boundary. Now this is a rectangular frame. In case of isometric base also we have 4 lines. So now we'll convert these 4 lines in the isometric. So let's do the labeling also. Let's say this is A, B, C and D. Now here the third step. First step is to draw hexagon. Second step is to enclose this into a frame. Now third step is to measure the dimensions. Take the extension line here. Draw the dimension line. So most probably it should be 80 mm. Yes, it is exactly 80. This dimension is 80. Now we'll check this dimension. Now this dimension is, it's a 69 point something, more than 69. So we'll take round of 70. So now the frame size is 80 by 70. Right? You can write the name of the vertices also. 1, 2, 3 and so on. These are the 6 vertices of this hexagon. So now let's go for the next part. 50% of the task is over. The remaining part is very easy. So here we have already prepared 2 lines at 30-degree angle. Let's fix the A as a pole point. We have fixed the A. So we'll copy this AB. This is AB. So we'll transfer the same dimension here. This is 80 mm. Here some of you will be confused in isometric drawing, in isometric projection, the dimensions are getting reduced. So we are preparing isometric view here, not projection. We are preparing isometric view. So in isometric view, we are following full dimensions of the object. So here we can write B. Now next one is similarly AD. So AD is 70. So copy this. From here it is AD. So we can write here D. Now next we want is DC or BC. So BC is equal to AD. So from B we will generate the next point C. So take an arc of 70 from here. How much you want from this side B? 70. So take an arc of 70 from here. Now we will draw an arc from D. So DC is 80. So from D we want 80 mm. DC is 80. So now this is the isometric view of a rectangle. These all the lines should be thin lines. So this is C. So this is the isometric view of this rectangle. Now we have to transfer these points. So let's follow the same procedure. On this line AB, which is here, on this line AB, two vertices are there of the hexagon, 1 and 2. So let's measure this distance. So this is A1 and 2B, both are equal. So let's mark the point A1. Here is the A1 and here is the 2B. So here we can see C4 and 5D or D5, both are equal. So let's mark the point 5 from D5, right? Now C4. So these all the four values are equal. So this is C. From C we have marked the point 4. Here we can write this is 1, this is 2, this is 4 and this is 5. Now on this line BC, point number 3 is there. So let's locate the same point here. So measure its value, B3. B3. It is also equal to A6. So from B, you have to measure it from B. This is B3, which is equal to A6. So this one is 3 and this one is 6. So now we have transferred all the vertices in this isometric plane. So you can join these now, all the points. All the lines should be thin lines. Here you will see and you will be really shocked, like this dimension is now more than 40 and this dimension is less than 40, but still it is giving you the appearance of a 3D view, a kind of 3D view, a regular hexagon. So here basically the view is getting distorted. All the dimensions are converted in isometric plane. So this is the isometric view of the hexagonal base, isometric view. So now based on our requirement, prism and pyramid, we have two objects, prism and pyramid. If you want to make a pyramid, you have to take the height from the centroid, right? Let me explain you how to find out the centroid. Join 1 and 4 or join 2, 5 with chain line. This is the intersection. You can join 3, 6 also. So this is the centroid of the object. So from this centroid you can take the axis. Height is 30. So you can take the height 30, 40, 50. Let's take the height equal to 60 in case of pyramid. For pyramid, height is 60. So now this step is very simple. You can draw the vertical axis of 60 from the centroid and you can join all the vertices to this apex. You can join all the vertices to the apex like 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. Join all the slant edges to the apex. And in case of prism, let's say the height is 30. So from all the 6 vertices, this is very important. From all the 6 vertices, you have to take the height of 30. Please be very careful here. Here sometimes you are getting confused. Like don't try to make the object. Simply try to make the vertical line here. This is a vertical line. Don't get confused in the drawing. Simply draw the vertical height from all the 6 vertices. You can see I'm spending few minutes here, few seconds here, just to make a vertical line, because if the lines are incorrect, here all the object will be incorrect in that case. So you can see, just like a construction of the building, we have prepared these 6 number of vertical columns. You can see, just like the construction of the building, these are the 6 vertical columns here. So in case prism, you have to take the height from all the 6 vertices. In case of pyramid, directly you can take the height from center. So we will make the prism now. So let's join these all the heights. Now these lines will be thick line because these are the visible outlines. Join these all the tips. Now you will have one more hexagon, but at the height of 30 mm. Sorry, here we did one mistake. We have joined this to this tip. That's why I was saying कि you have to be very careful here. Let's remove this. We have joined this height to the apex of the pyramid. This is incorrect. We'll draw this again. This was the height 30 mm. So here you have to join this line. Now we have the same hexagon at the height of 30 mm. So let's draw the visible outlines here. In case of isometric view or isometric projection, we are not preferring the hidden lines. So here I'll show the visible outlines of the objects. So now this is the isometric view of a regular hexagon. There is no need to erase these lines. This is just a construction line, so we'll show the procedure of the drawing, so don't erase any line. One more thing is there. This drawing is not a rough work. This drawing is not a rough work. It's not a rough work. You have to show this, and then you have to proceed for this. So if you want to convert it into a pyramid, you can see. Let's take the height of 60 that we have already prepared. This is the axis. Now we'll join these all the tips, all the vertices to the apex. Join this with 2. Without any measurement now, join the apex, that is at 60 mm. Join the apex to all the vertices here. Last one is 4. So most probably it may coincide or it may not coincide. So now this is the hexagonal base pyramid, that red color. So I hope this part is very clear to you. What is the difference in this prism and pyramid? In case of pyramid, directly take the height from centroid and join this apex to all the vertices. But in case of prism, take the height from all the 6 vertices, vertical height, exactly vertical line, and join the endpoints. You will get the prism. Now the last part is dimensioning. Dimensioning is very important here, because if it is a 10 marks question, so most probably 2 to 3 marks will be there for dimensioning. So let's see dimensioning. This 80 and 70 that we have already mentioned here. So here we have tried base edge 40. So you have to align your scale at 30-degree lines. Now if you'll join these 2 points, the scale will be at 30 degree. So it's your practice, like this scale should be parallel to this frame. I mean to say this extension line should be at 30 degree. These both the extension lines are at 30 degree. Now this is the dimension of the prism. So this line is parallel to this edge. Extension and dimension line should be at 30 degree. If it is 30 degree means it is correct. If it is not 30 degree means it is incorrect. Now we'll write the height. So you can extend this line, and height should be always vertical line. So this is 30. And in case of pyramid, if you want to write the height of the axis, extend this line. Now this is 30 degree. Here also you have to draw 30 degree. One simple trick is there. You want the height 60 mm. So just draw a vertical line of 60. Vertical line. And join this apex to the end point of that dimension line. Now this line will be parallel to this. So this is the height 60. So now this is the isometric view of a hexagonal base, prism and pyramid. In case still if you have any doubt, please post your comment and subscribe to the channel please. Thank you so much.